Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jay, and we back with another motherfucking video. And today we got something a little bit different. So today I'm gonna be telling you guys the pros and the cons of being in the military, because this is what I've experienced so far. I'm gonna start with the cons, because I feel like I'm a little bit biased. I love it here, so it's kind of gonna be a little bit biased on what I think, but this is just what I've noticed so far from being here at A school, and just kind of growing and maturing here. So the first one is restricted to base for certain times throughout the day, or if stationed on water for a couple months. Now obviously this is like a given, you know what I mean? You have to check in with your command and stuff like that, so there's going to be certain times of the day that you have to be here. And then the same thing with like if you're stationed somewhere, you're gonna have to be there obviously like for months on end. There's things that you need to do, you're in the military, so you're gonna have these people, you know what I mean, down your throat about being there. It's not like just a regular job where you can just clock in, clock out. The second one was up early mornings. It was kind of funny because when I had signed off on my contract, I told him I wasn't a morning person, and still not a morning person, but I think that now as I grow in the military and realize these people really be up early mornings, especially with class ups. My roommates get up at about 6 a.m. in the morning to go to class and stuff. I wake up a little bit earlier just to get to breakfast. They kind of program you to kind of just get up earlier and be at places earlier throughout the day, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think that it's just an adjustment that you're gonna have to make if you want to get into the military, or if you're thinking about getting into it. The third one was random drug tests. I don't really think this is really a con. I mean, obviously just stay clean and you'll be all right. Relationships are dead unless you marry. I think this one is a little bit biased. I feel like the relationships, there's not really no point. There's no really point of getting into anything that you can't really handle. I mean, unless you're gonna get married, move off a base, you have stuff in order with somebody, or you've been friends for a long time. But I think besides that, unless you're gonna get married, I think that it's pretty much dead. The next one was the constant moving. I mean, through the last, what was it, 4 months that I've been in, I've already been to 2 commands, one at RTC and then one in NATC. So I mean, it's a lot of moving, and I love that. I love that, but it could be a con to somebody that wants kind of a stable place to stay. The next one was less contact with family. This is definitely one that I don't know, everybody wants contact with their family, right? Everybody wants a little bit of contact with their family. I would say that even at NATC, I mean, well, with RTC, there was absolutely no contact, none whatsoever. You didn't get your phones, you had to sign a page 13, make sure that is secured. And I mean, it was kind of tough at first, but besides the no contact rule with your phone, I think there was you could send mail, get mail, but I mean, that was the only type of contact that you would get within the 2 months that you were at. Wait, was it 2 months? I think it was only yeah, it was 2 months. But besides that, I mean, the mail, when you did get mail, it was a different feeling though. You were just sitting there, you were just wow, they really thought about me. Or you would get a sandbox letter, that they sent to you or something like that. But I mean, for the most part, there was no contact over phone. I mean, you would get one call every maybe 3 weeks. We got a total of maybe 5 phone calls through the whole boot camp, which wasn't bad, but at the same time, there's a lot less contact than you're used to, you know what I'm saying, with people having their phones 24/7. And it was a lot more free during right now, at A school. It's a lot more freedom, being able to get our phones back and being able to call whenever you want to, but still, like, you're not allowed to go off base. You're not allowed to what's it called? You're not allowed to, like, go home, if that makes sense. Barrack support until class up. So it's kind of like, this one was kind of like a con for me, because like I didn't realize that before you get into classes with like in A school, you have to wait. Like for example, like my class is a very big class, so a lot of the times there's going to be a lot of waiting in between classes to be able to class up, so that you could get into your certain rate and get into your specific job in the Navy, right? So in that waiting time, you have this thing called barrack support. It's basically like you have to clean up, and you have to muster at different times throughout the day to you just kind of like clean up and you muster throughout the day, and it's just kind of like it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna be real, it's fucking lame. It's lame. It blows, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to say about it, but it's just like, whatever, man. It's just something that you need to do until you class up, and then after you class up, I think there's only duty section that you have to really do or really worry about for musters and stuff like that. And if you don't know what muster is, it's like a roll call for like, you know, making sure everybody's in the building, everybody's where they're supposed to be. This is another one. I mean, I don't really care about this, to be honest with you, but I mean, if it makes any difference to you, there's no days off. And I mean, this is a given, man. Like when you get into the military, when you sign your life away to these government officials or whatever, man, like there's no days off. Like if they need you, you're gonna be there. If they want you on a Sunday or a Saturday, you're gonna be there. And I have no problem with this, but I think that it could be a con for some people. So the next one was a little bit of a con for me, and honestly, I think that as long as you keep things professional, this wouldn't be really of a con for you. But get used to being told what to do from people you like and people you don't like. There's a lot of people in the military that like don't really have good leadership skills or don't know how to lead, and you'll realize really quick that like there's some good leaders and there's some bad leaders, and there's people that don't really care, you know what I'm saying? And they just like they just very egotistical, prideful, whatever, bro. And you know, you just kind of get used to it. I think at the end of the day, like it really just matters on like how professional you are and where you want to take your life and how focused are you on your goals, you know what I'm saying? So I think that as long as you just keep it professional, I think that there's nothing really to worry about with that one. And then the last one was get used to living with roommates. I mean, like this, like again, like I said again, like I'm really biased this whole thing, because I mean, I don't mind, you know what I mean? Like having some brothers and having people that I live with is like, I've lived with a roommate in my own house, in my own crib. So it's just like, it's nothing new. I don't really give a shit. Like either way, it doesn't bother me, but it could be a con to some people that are used to living by themselves, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're not used to cleaning up after other people, or maybe, you know, they're just used to living alone, you know what I mean? So moving on to the pros, and I kind of thought about this a little bit, and the first one, I think I said this in my other video before I even joined the Navy: free housing. I mean, come on, man, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like free housing, you don't have to pay no money to live in the barracks. You don't have to pay, like people pay what, $1,700 for rent money, and then if you're taking into account, like if you live in Cali, people are paying $3,500 for rent. People paying like way more than that for houses. It's like something that you can't really match, you know? Like they give you this shit for free, so you get to save all that money. You get to put it away. You get to budget it into something else. You can put it into things after the Navy that you You know what I'm saying? And like, if you use it correctly, if you use it wisely, then there's a lot of things that you can do and a lot of things that'll open up if you just choose to use it wisely. You know what I mean? The next one is free gym. This one was second on my list because I really love the fact that they have two gyms. They have two gyms, not one, but two gyms. I don't know how it's gonna be on deployment, but they have two gyms here on base, and man, I love both of them. But like, you know what I'm saying? Just having open access to be able to go and work out. Like, that's just what I love to do, you know? That's what I love to do. So, you know, being able to do that is really a blessing. I love it. That's why it's on my pros list. And yeah, if you guys like to go to the gym, like, man, free gym too. Come on, man. That's like a $40 subscription right there, man. Got all the same things as LA Fitness. Got all the same things as whatever other gym y'all go to, man. Like, come on, stop playing with me. The next one on the list was free education. There is certain things like that you can study here for free, or you know, there's deals and stuff like that they can help you out with. You know, if you're trying to go study or if you're trying to get a degree in a certain thing, there's so many more options that open up for you to be able to go and study those types of things in the military, man. If you take advantage of your opportunities, then there's so many things that open up for you. You know what I'm saying? The next one was leadership development. I think that this kind of goes back to what I was saying. There's a lot of good and bad leaders. So you kind of pick and choose what qualities you like about your leaders. You kind of pick the things that you don't like about them and how you would lead or how you would do things. And then it kind of helps you with your leadership development and how you want to get into leadership. But I think that being in the military, they kind of force you to get into those leadership positions. You're being in charge of other people. So, you know, I think that it's a really good thing to do, especially if you're an officer. There's a lot of officers here too. And I mean, it's not a bad thing forcing you into leadership positions. It's just that some people just aren't really ready for it. But it definitely shows you what a leader is, and it shows you what a leader isn't, and it helps you just kind of develop that skill of just being a leader. The next one was discounts. You get discounts on everything from flights to events to food to, you know, just people wanting to be nice to you just because you're in the military wearing your uniform. I mean, countless times I've already like noticed this, and countless times I've already like reap this benefit, and I don't even see it as a benefit. It's just like, especially when you're not really used to the kindness or the gratitude that people show you just for being in the services or being in the military. Like, people are really sweet to people in the military, especially, you know, just like going out and wearing your uniform, or like, I don't even recommend this because I really don't like the attention. I don't. But when you do go out and like people see your uniform, they'll pay for your things. Like this one time I got I don't know, I think I was going to the nail salon one time, and somebody had paid for my manicure, my pedicure, and then this other time I was going out for breakfast, and somebody paid for my not only our breakfast, but they paid for our lunch too. The second time we were wearing our uniforms, but like, it just, I don't know, like, it wasn't really expected. So I think that it was nice, you know what I mean? It's definitely another pro. Yeah, so the next one that I had on this list was better job opportunities in and out of the military. So the job opportunities in and out of the military kind of depends on what your rate is and what you're doing in the military. But I think for the most part, if you kind of plan ahead, kind of plan for yourself outside of the military, even if you're in high school, and you make sure you pick a job that you would like to do, or you could do every single day, and also something that you can do outside of the military, because a lot of people don't really think about that. They just think about the money up like up front, or like the bonuses that people are giving them right there. But if you choose something that you really like to do, like what I chose, the better jobs in and out of the military, there's a lot of options, a lot of opportunity for growth, and that was one of my other points. Space to invest, space for growth, space for advancement. There's so much more opportunity to grow, especially in and outside of the military. And I think it's just taking advantage of what you have and using it to be able to grow. And one of the last pros that I had, and I put this last on the list, I mean, this could be number one. This isn't really in order or anything, but the travel, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the con that I had, like moving a lot. Like, I love it because like I don't have nobody to like, worry about, like kids, my wife, nothing like that. So it's just like I love traveling. Like, I love seeing new places. Going to Chicago for the first time, man, that shit was so cool. That shit was so cool, seeing snow for the first time. Well, it wasn't the first time when I seen it, but I'm not gonna lie, like, it's been the first time that I seen snow in, like, a lot of snow in a long time, bro. Like, that shit was cool. And I've seen snow here too, like in Pensacola. Like, man, that shit is so cool. Like, having snow fights and throwing snowballs and stuff. Like, bro, man, that shit is so cool. So I think that travel was definitely, I mean, it could have been number one. I think that, yeah, it just wasn't in order. I didn't put this in order or anything, but I think that travel could have been number one. Yeah, man, I mean, there's so many opportunities, so many pros, so many things that are good about the military, and it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. People always see, people have different kind of outlooks on the military, but I really, like I said, I'm pretty biased about it. I love everything that I've been given, a lot of things to look forward to moving on in my career. So yeah, man, that was all I really had to say. I just wanted to put this video out for anybody that, again, is thinking about joining the military, whether it be Marines, Air Force, Army, Navy. You know what I'm saying? Man, just jump into it, man. Whatever you want to do, go out and do it, man. Like, you won't be disappointed, especially coming, I mean, like, for me, like, I was really scared at first, just like I didn't know what to expect. But getting into it, I'm really glad that I did it, and I'm glad that I got through basic training, and I'm glad that I'm out here doing the things that I'm doing. And it's like, it gets easier, and it gets better as you go on. So yeah, I love you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, like it, and if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. I love you guys. It's your boy Jay, and I'm out. Peace.